In this video, we are going to see about the directives, Angular directives. Okay, directive is a concept, okay, in Angular. So, which is used to fetch all the attributes and behaviors elements in the HTML to the DOM element, which is like in jQuery we have like concept like if you want to hide or show something means in JavaScript or jQuery. We want to show or hide some elements from the DOM tree means it will be first listed away and then only it will be hidden in the DOM tree itself. So it takes so much of time in the loading. In Angular, what are all the elements, what are all the structure which is needed to show the HTML file only be loaded at the time of page loading. So it saves a lot of time. Once if any changes are there, then the total structure will be rebuilt and it will not take that much time. That's the main benefit of Angular directives. Okay, so guys, we have three types of directives. One is components. So we have components in Angular. So they are the basic building blocks of the Angular. So these components are one of the directives, the basic directives. Okay. Then we have attribute directives. It will be used as an attributes to any elements. So it just add like an attribute to an element. For example, we have an element like page and id is equal to 1. Okay, so this HTML tag has page and id 1. The page is a page element and id is equal to 1 is the id is the particular attribute name and 1 is the attribute value. So that in that manner it adds changes to the attributes and that's why he changes the structure of the particular elements, particular behaviors for that particular element. Okay, so that is attribute directives main usage. So it behaves on element component or another directive also. And third one is structural directives. So structural directives are mainly for reshaping the components. If for example we have a if condition, so based on that condition the two conditions only one condition will be placed, right? So or if we have a for loop, so we can have 10 for loop prints or 20 for loop prints or one print. So based on that the structure will be shaped, right? So those things are present in this inside this. Okay, and in structural directives I have given an example also. So structural directives, it will be changing the structure, we already see it, right? And we have two types of structural directives here. One is ng for and another one is ng if. Okay, so ng for is used to uh, in simple terms it is like a for loop in any programming language. Okay, and ng if is like a normal if statement comparison only, but here in Angular we are proceeding it in a different manner. See, for the first example we are saying like li star ng for is equal to let movie of movies. Okay, so it has been printed as an list. Okay, so movie of movies means movies is a collection which contains so many movies present inside this. So we have a movie object of this movies collection. So this movie will be taking each of the elements in the collection. So 1 2 3 4 like that it will print one by one. Okay, that is the main concept of this. Like, okay, movies is a collection means collection of movies will be presented inside a storage structure. Okay, and movie is an object which will be proceeded like 1 2 3 on that way it will be printed one by one. And next we have movie detail is start ng if is equal to selected movie. So once the people based on some selections they will select a movie that will be printed out here. So that is the if condition which is doing here. Okay, so instead of a star ng for you can also use angular brackets. So sorry, angular bracket, not square brackets. So inside the square bracket if you are giving ng for or ng if means it will also do the same thing like star So instead of the square bracket we are putting a star. Okay, there is no much difference between that. So rather than adding or removing the elements based on the conditions, it automatically removes in the previous list, and once it is added means the DOM structure it will be creating one. Okay, I already told like attribute directive is a directive like paragraph and a paragraph element. We have id is equal to 1, and id is the attribute name and 1 is the attribute value. So in attribute directive it will be working as the same thing, but we see previously, right, star ng is equal to selected movie. In that kind of cases it will work. We will see that is the example. Okay, here we have an input element and we have a ng model which is equal to movie.name. What it does, simply ng model in the sense that is also within the brackets which is enclosed by a square bracket is equal to movie.name means based on the model changes, here the movie name will be automatically changed. That is the power of attribute directives. So here it works on the same way, and if it is changing here it will be changed over there, like that, vice versa. Okay, so components are the directives, basic directives, so which has an HTML file, that is template file, and on a style sheet file, and it both combines into this component.ts file, and components are the basic viewers for the pages. So it's a basic directive. Thanks team, thanks for the support, and please go through the video and have the knowledge, crack the interview and understand the concept well. Thanks.